This video will cover the concept of the Newsvendor problem. Unlike the EOQ model, or continuous and periodic review, it is a single order system. This means that goods are purchased once at a single quantity for an uncertain demand, and if not sold, either discarded or sold at a discount. The most common example is newspapers. Newspapers are ordered once for a certain day and cannot be sold again at a later point. The demand for newspapers is also uncertain. Other common examples include perishable goods and seasonal clothing.
For the Newsvendor model, we are trying to maximize the expected profitability and have to differentiate between continuous demand and discrete demand. The inputs for the continuous demand are the cost per unit C, the price per unit P, the forecasted demand mu, as well as the standard deviation. For the discrete demand, we have also the cost per unit, the price per unit. In addition, we need a demand probability table. Optional inputs are the salvage value S and the inventory holding cost. Outputs are the profit maximizing, so the service level, or also called critical ratio, the order quantity Q, as well as the expected profit at an optimal order quantity. Formulas necessary to calculate the Newsvendor problem are the cost of understocking, which is the lost margin of missing a potential sale, so P minus C, as well as the cost of overstocking, which is the cost of purchasing one unit, so C. The service level, or also called critical ratio, is the profit maximizing probability of not stocking out and can be defined by the formula cost of understocking divided by cost of understocking plus cost of overstocking, or P minus C divided by P. Coming to the optimal order quantity under continuous demand, as we can see here in the chart to the right, the optimal order quantity is where the expected marginal benefit through an order quantity equals the expected marginal loss through an additional order quantity. The formula for that is Q star equals mu plus Z times the standard deviation. Now coming to the example of Müller Sports, which is planning to offer a special winter jacket designed for the Christmas season. Each jacket costs $100 to produce and retails for $400. Marketing forecasted a demand of 2,000 Christmas jackets with a forecasting error of 500. Now to the calculation. We have to calculate first the cost of understocking, which is P minus C, that equals 300. The cost of overstocking is the price of producing one unit of winter jackets, so 100. Calculating the service level is the cost of understocking divided by the cost of understocking plus the cost of overstocking. That equals 0.75 and leads to a service level of 75%. Now looking up in the set table for set value, we come up with a set value of 0.67. As we are looking for the optimal order quantity, we plug this now into our formula from Q star equals mu plus Z times the standard deviation, and we come up with the optimal order quantity of 2,335 units.
So what if we can sell remaining goods at a discount? The problem becomes slightly more complex. We call the price at which we can sell remaining goods salvage value and denote it with the letter S. The cost of overstocking is reduced by the salvage value S. The resulting critical ratio formula is P minus C over P minus S. How would this impact the previous example? Say Müller Sports sells an unsold jacket at a discounted price of $70. 70 becomes our salvage value S. The cost of overstocking reduces from 100 to 30, and the profit optimizing service level becomes 91%. This correlates to a Z value of 1.33, and finally a new profit maximizing order quantity of 2,665. In the last calculations, it was always the objective to determine the profit maximizing order quantity. Imagine Müller Sports now wants to determine if their investment is worthwhile by finding the expected profit. Since continuous demand requires the use of standard normal tables and complicated conversions, we will focus on the expected profit for discrete demand. We must account for two situations: expected profit for overstocking and expected profit for understocking. Expected profit for overstocking consists of negative C times Q, the cost of purchasing our order quantity, P times D, the revenue of our demanded goods, and S times Q minus D, the salvage value of the units overstocked. Expected profit during understocking consists of the same cost of purchasing the ordered units plus the revenue of the units sold. The generalized formula for expected profit consists of the sum of all expected profits during overstocking plus the sum of all expected profits during understocking. Let's apply this to our example of Merlot Sports with this demand probability table. All other variables have remained unchanged, therefore we can use the service level we just determined with a salvage value of $70. We can match our service level to the cumulative probability of the table and find the profit maximizing order quantity of 2008 units. From here we apply the formula for overstocking for any demand below 2008 units. For example, the expected profit for a demand of 1,989 units is $596,130. For any demand above 2008 units, we use the Underage formula and find $602,400 of expected profit. Finally, each expected profit is multiplied by its discrete probability and the sum taken. The final expected profit for an order quantity of 2008 units is found to be $599,550. There are several other applications of the Newsvendor logic, one of which is revenue management. In this case, units can be reserved for premium rate demand like last-minute hotel bookings. It is the objective to find the profit maximizing quantity to reserve for premium rate buyers. Too many reserved units mean lost sales, and too few premium rate units means lost premium demand. This has implications on the critical ratio. The cost of overstocking is now the bargain rate, PB. The cost of understocking is the lost additional benefit of selling at a premium price, PP minus PB. The service level or critical ratio for premium rate demand is calculated by PP minus PB over PP. This concludes our video. Thank you for watching.